Developing tonight, a report from the Washington Post suggests that President Obama is being advised to remove Admiral Mike Rogers from his post as head of the NSA, or National Security Agency. That report comes after a high-profile meeting between Admiral Rogers and President-elect Donald Trump, and it has some questioning whether this is a case of political payback. James Woolsey is the former director of the Central Intelligence Agency, and Dr. Mark Jacobson is the former senior advisor to the Secretary of Defense. Great to see you both. So,
good to be with you.
How is this a case of payback when the meeting he had with Donald Trump just happened, and the recommendation to boot him apparently happened a month prior to that, Director Woolsey?
I don't know. I don't understand that rationale either. I think that what's really going on here, you had the old administration going out January 20th, in which the Secretary of Defense and the head of the overall intelligence, chairman of the board, Jim Clapper, essentially, have been very critical of Admiral Rogers, and then people, including members of Congress, who will be here after January 20th, some have been quite supportive. And this is all taking place in the context of the huge hacks into the National Security Agency, supposedly one of our most secure institutions, maybe most secure. One was Snowden, but then more recently have been two more.
Including on his watch. That's the problem.
Yeah, and a lot of people are really bothered by this. I mean, Office of Personnel Management let me know that my background files had been hacked, and I tried, in filling out the form to replace them, a friend of mine on the same panel I was on, this is an advisory panel for the Defense Department, a friend of mine had to fill out 187 pages. And whatever the answer is to having these losses that we've had in the hacks, it's not 187 pages to fill out your form.
Dr. Jacobson, do you see this guy as a controversial figure for Trump's administration?
Well, I think Jim's right in the sense that there are a lot of bad things that happened under Rogers' watch. He was expected to really clamp down on the security situation in the post-Snowden era. But what does concern me, though, is that Rogers thought something was slightly wrong in the sense that he decided to take personal leave to go see President Trump. As I think many people know, Rogers has a long relationship with Mike Flynn, the incoming national security advisor who's close with Trump. And I think it sets really the wrong tone.
Wasn't it like a day? I mean, who cares?
Well, again, I think that this happened, at least the reasons for the recommendation that Rogers be removed happened long before. But there's something amiss here. I think you're seeing the Trump team consciously going after generals and admirals who've had disagreements with the Obama administration.
Yeah, they're saying that prior to this, he was put on notice by his two bosses, Clapper and Carter, Ash Carter and Jim Clapper, that he needed to improve his leadership style. He had been aloof. He had been frequently absent. He doesn't listen to staff input. Those are the allegations against him. So we'll decide whether President-elect Donald Trump thinks he's appropriate to head up the NSA. Guys, thank you both so much for being here. Appreciate it both. Still ahead, the story behind why some airline passengers decided to boo the Gold Star family who just lost their son in Afghanistan.